What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a real estate agent feeling like you're hitting a ceiling in your sales, or maybe you're a young, hungry entrepreneur with a vision to dominate the real estate space and even build a thriving online business around it, then stick around. You're in exactly the right place. My name is Colin Hughes, and the momentum we've been building in our company has been absolutely insane. Over the past 90 days, we have successfully generated over $100,000 in assignment fees, and we have much more to come. So, how are we doing this? It's all about using the method called subject to. Now, I get it. When you first hear subject to, it may sound like some advanced, complicated ideas reserved for experienced investors, but honestly, that couldn't be further from the truth. My mission in this video is to share the entire subject to process for you. I'm going to break it down into super simple, easy steps that should be very easy to understand. You will clearly see how this method can be massive for you as a real estate agent, allowing you to close more deals. And for you aspiring entrepreneurs, this is a powerful strategy you can use to build a scalable and impactful online business. This video will have tons of insight, tips, and even some real examples to illustrate exactly how this process works. To make it super easy for you guys to navigate this information, I included detailed timestamps in the description below. So what exactly is a subject to real estate deal? In its simplest form, a subject to transaction is a creative and strategic way for a buyer to acquire a property by essentially taking over the seller's existing mortgage payments. Instead of the traditional route by securing a brand new mortgage from a bank, the buyer agrees to make payments on the seller's current loan. Now, this strategy becomes incredibly valuable and impactful for homeowners who find themselves in unique or often time-sensitive situations where they need a quick and efficient sale. These situations come from many factors, such as facing increasing financial pressures, needing to relocate quicker for a new job opportunity across the country, or dealing with other significant life events that may require a quick sale. Think about the scenarios a traditional homeowner may face. They may have lost their job, they may be on the loom of a foreclosure, they may have tons of debt that they just are not able to pay right now because of another situation that happened to them. This is when a subject to would work best for a seller. They need to sell quickly. They're not getting that full asking price they're looking for because the market's just not in the best shape right now. And they need that payment to live, to survive, right? So that's when a subject to would be a better choice than traditional. And here's where the real opportunity lies for you guys. For the realtor, mastering the subject to approach gives you another powerful tool to solve problems for your clients. You're not just limited to the traditional listings anymore. You can offer a creative solution to home buyers who might otherwise be in a difficult situation. You get to earn your full 3% list commission, the standard 3% that you're used to in a normal sale. Also, in most of the subject to transactions, they are structured so that the seller's closing costs are paid for by the buyer side. This makes the offer even more attractive and removes a significant financial barrier for the seller, which in turn makes your job of getting the deal accepted way easier. Now, for the aspiring entrepreneur who wants to build an online business in the real estate space, understanding the subject to transactions opens up a ton of possibilities. You can focus on identifying these on or off market opportunities through online marketing or just looking at Zillow or any other free listing service. It's going to really help you scale your lead generation if you're very particular on what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. Imagine a homeowner, let's call her Sarah, who purchased a property back in 2021. At that time, the housing market was incredibly competitive, and she might have stretched her budget to secure her home. And when getting a loan, she got a 3.5% interest rates, right? Because interest rates were at an all-time low at that time. Fast forward to today, and Sarah has lost her job and is in significant financial hardship. She needs to sell her house quickly to avoid the potential foreclosure and get back on her feet. Listing the house traditionally presents several challenges. She might not have the funds necessary for the repairs to get the house market ready. The housing market isn't the best right now, partly due to the higher interest rates. This could mean a lengthy listing period with no guarantee of a sale at the price she's looking for. Let's say Sarah's current mortgage balance of the property is around $278,000 and she brought the property back a few years ago. Based on the current market conditions in her area, similar properties are selling for, around $300,000. Sarah's original purchase price at the market value was $300,000, which highlights the potential for a significant loss if she was to sell traditionally in the current market we're in right now. This is where a well-structured subject to offer could be a true game changer for Sarah. We might then offer to take over her existing $278,000 in mortgage payments to pay the real estate agent's commission and closing costs as well. In this case, if she sold the property at full asking price, she would be losing $2,000. And let me give you guys the exact example on why it's $2,000. So we have $300,000, right? 6% is typical for the buyer's real estate agent and the seller's real estate agent. That's 6% combined, plus 1% for closing costs and then 1% for seller's concessions. That's 8%, right? Minus the mortgage balance is actually negative $2,000. So if Sarah sold her property at full asking price, she would be losing $2,000 at the closing table, which she literally could not do because of her situation. So what I would say, and what we have done in the past here, is we will come in, give them maybe $1,000, which is $3,000 more than she would make on a full price traditional offer. Also, the listing agent would get their 3% list side commission covered by our company by the buyer side, which is $9,000, right? 3% of $300,000 is $9,000. So that's pretty typical right there. This offer literally would save Sarah from a really bad scenario because think about it, the market's not in the best shape right now. So that $300,000 house may only sell for $285 or $290 at most in this market, which would mean Sarah would be losing even more money at the closing table. So us coming in, giving her like $1,000 and paying the agent and then paying the closing costs is literally saving her. Sarah, the homeowner, avoids the nightmare of foreclosure. She gets immediate financial relief, doesn't have to worry about the costly repairs of the property or, the emotional roller coaster of doing showings, like when people come to the property and look at it. She avoids all of that. Also, the listing agent gets paid, closing costs get paid, and they close literally in less than 30 days. And for us or anyone who's buying a subject to property gets the asset, they can stabilize the property. They could rent it out as a rental, maybe a short-term rental, an Airbnb, or even a co-living pad split when you rent properties by the room. So what I will tell you guys is this process is not easy. This is our business. This is how we have done tons of deals, how we have helped tons of people, and how we've done tons of transactions. So this example is just one of many things that I've seen when doing this business. It's a really tough business because a lot of real estate agents and other people in the industry are against it for many reasons. The next video I post, I'm going to talk about some of those issues that have happened in the past that I've seen and how our business and how myself included have figured out how to decrease the likelihood of these things happening with protection documents, attorneys, reputable title companies, and other things as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm going to have another video up in the next few days. Hopefully you guys took a lot out of this video, and I'm hoping this example of this particular situation can help you guys start to find those situations more often. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks.